Chike stood at the gate, staring at the chaos that had once been his quiet compound. Strangers streamed in and out of his house, holding cups of wine or plates of meat. His mother sat in the car behind him, her face twisted with rage, demanding to know what was happening. They both knew the answer. It was Adanna. Chike Okonkwo was a wealthy man, the kind that rode land cruisers and owned houses all over the country. At 39, Chike's real estate business and other businesses were already a gold mine for him. He lived in one of his mansions in Sapomba Road, Benin City. His life was exactly as he wanted it, except for one problem that grew larger every day: his mother and his need for a wife. Mama Chike was a woman who believed her age and her late husband's success gave her the right to rule everyone around her. She had driven away 14 house girls in 3 years. Now, she needed someone who could not leave, someone bound by more than an employment contract. She needed her son to get married. She wanted a village girl, someone poor enough to be grateful, uneducated enough to be manageable, and not give them trouble. She was happy as Chike was in agreement. He did not believe in love anyway. He just needed someone to take care of his house and his mother so he could have peace. Through his mother's church network, they found Adanna, a 23-year-old girl from a tiny village in Delta State, where her father scratched out a living as a retired teacher and her mother had given up her own teaching career to raise 6 children in a house that leaked when it rained. When Chike and his mother arrived to see Adanna, what they found made Mama smile with satisfaction. Adanna was not pretty. Years of poverty had left her thin, her skin dull, her hands rough from farm work. She wore faded clothes and roughly plaited hair. She kept her eyes down and spoke little, though they were surprised that she spoke in good English. But that did not matter. Well, Adanna's family were poor, but her mother was well educated and smart, so she taught all her children that no one believed they had never been to a classroom. The bride price was insultingly low. Adanna's father accepted it with tears, calling it a blessing from God. The night before the wedding, Adanna's mother pulled her aside. She asked if Adanna was sure about this marriage. Adanna smiled and told her mother not to worry. She said she knew what she was doing. After all marriage rites and ceremonies, Chike brought his new wife home on a Sunday evening. The compound was beautiful, the house massive with air conditioning and generator power and appliances she had only seen in movies. Immediately they settled in, Chike's mother explained the rules. Adanna would wake at 6 a.m. every day. She would clean every room daily. She would wash all clothes by hand. She would cook all the meals. She would shop at the market and account for every naira. She would serve Mama's breakfast in bed. She would massage Mama's leg every evening. She would not go anywhere without permission. And the rules continued. While Mama Nuko went on, Adanna tried to make sense of everything. Was she bought as a slave or married as a wife? While she was still trying to swallow that, Mama Nuko showed her a small room off the kitchen where she would sleep. Adanna looked at Chike with confusion in her eyes, but he looked away and walked out. His mother explained that Adanna would stay there, as the master bedroom was for Chike alone. That night, lying on her narrow bed, Adanna wondered what she had gotten herself into. She didn't know Chike, neither did he know her, but she had hoped they would get to know each other. But these events left her confused. The first month was brutal. Mama Nuko was relentless, finding fault with everything, shouting constantly, and treating Adanna worse than the house girls who had at least been paid for their suffering. But Chike did nothing, as he believed that's what a wife was meant for. He came home from work, ate the food his wife prepared, watched his mother demean her, and remained silent. But there was one thing Chike did that his mother did not know about. Every week, he would transfer hundreds of thousands of naira into Adanna's account. He told himself it was guilt or pity. He would simply send the money and then go back to treating her like she did not matter. The only time Chike and Adanna communicated was when Chike wanted sex, or during the day when he needed something. After 1 month, Adanna had enough. She decided that though her so-called husband and mother-in-law hated her, she would give herself the best care. She ate whatever she wanted, invested in good skincare, and changed her wardrobe. and suddenly, the beauty that poverty had hidden began to emerge. Adanna made a decision. She was married as a wife, and a wife she would be. She stopped waking at 5. She only cooked and cleaned at will. She moved out of that storage room and moved into one of the large master bedrooms. Chike's mother yelled. She banged on the door, commanding Adanna to come out. Even Chike threatened her, but she ignored them both. Adanna stayed in that room and focused entirely on herself. She bought books and enrolled in online classes using the laptop she purchased. His mother noticed the new clothes, the perfumes, the creams. Then her suspicions began. She started accusing Adanna of sleeping with other men or using their house as a base while she prostituted herself for money. Adanna began going out whenever she wanted. Sometimes she would leave in the morning and return late at night, offering no explanations. She would walk past Chike and his mother as if they were furniture. She owed them nothing and she wanted them to feel that truth in their bones. One evening, Chike came home from work hungry. His mother was also hungry. They had not bought food because they expected Adanna to cook as she always had. But there was nothing and it was already very late. Chike swallowed his pride and went to Adanna's locked door. He knocked, he called her name, he explained that they were very hungry and that it was late. His voice got more desperate as minutes passed. Adanna heard every word but remained silent. She let him stand there until he gave up and walked away. Then came the surprise. One Sunday, Chike and his mother returned from church but could not believe their eyes. His mansion was filled with strangers moving around freely as loud music blasted from speakers. His mother started screaming immediately, demanding to know what was happening, insisting he did something. Chike told his mother to wait in the car as he stepped out, his heart pounding with rage and confusion. He pushed through the crowd looking for Adanna, but she was nowhere to be found.